Hi all. I think we can start now. So the idea with this meeting is to just briefly introduce the team and talk about our product. We will give you walkthrough of how to create a campaign or an experience on Rhym and various other features that you can add on top of the campaign to make it more high performing and high engaging. So if you have any questions, meanwhile, I am just sharing a link, Google document link in the chat. Please type it there and we will continuously be looking at those questions. And if relevant, we will pick it up as we are speaking. So I'll start with a brief introduction of the team. So we are 3 founders who are building Rhym, and all 3 of us have extensive experience in building and scaling tech products. So I have been in tech space for over a decade now, and my 2 co-founders are also in this space for over 5 years. So we got into gamification actually around 3 years back. We had a platform where we hosted a lot of casual games and skill-based games, and that was mostly dedicated towards gamers, like actual gamers, stereotypical gamers that you know of, and was mostly focused towards entertainment. But while we were building that platform, and we had around 50,000 active monthly users. So during that time, we realized the potential of gamification outside entertainment, that it has much larger potential, and that's mostly because 80% of your smartphone users are actively engaging with some sort of gamified content on a regular basis. So we felt that this has a huge potential in terms of marketing and in terms of communication. So that's when we entered into how gamification can be used to communicate, market your products. And one key challenge we saw that only very large brands are able to do that, because so far it has been very costly to develop any sort of gamification, even a basic simple one. You require a lot of money. Either you need to hire a dedicated tech resource, or you need to hire a service provider who will charge you thousands of dollars for basic campaign, and will take minimum 4 to 6 weeks to deliver that campaign. So we felt that there should be a Canva like tool where marketers can come and create gamification in minutes. They should not require to know any sort of coding. It should be as simple to use as Canva, where you can just quickly go and create any sort of graphic. Even a beginner or a person who doesn't know designing, doesn't know coding, can create great experiences. So similar was the idea with our platform, that any product manager, marketer, founder, marketing agency professional should be able to come and create these campaigns fairly quickly. So I'll start with the what problem we are solving, and then I will quickly jump to the walkthrough. So main idea with Rhym is to help marketers and even education based users. So I'll come to that use case later on. But primarily we started building this product for marketers who can use this gamification to power their engagement, collect more leads, and drive their sales. And this problem is pretty challenging to solve, because increasingly it's becoming very hard to capture attention of user. There is intense competition. There are thousands of brands fighting for consumer attention. So it's very important for brands to stand out, create a quality engagement, and create that positive experience so that users will feel like exploring more about your product or service. So that's where we felt gamification really helps, because it kind of stands out. So people are much more curious about exploring the gamification. So you will see higher click rate compared to your traditional content, be it video or graphic content, because users are used to seeing thousands of images and videos on a daily basis. So this kind of a content stands out, and it encourages users to actively participate instead of passively just consuming the content. So you have that undivided attention where users are actively engaging with your brand experience, and that creates a much stronger bond and a more memorable experience overall. And yeah, so in terms of engagement, click rate, so right from the top funnel, you attract more users, you engage them for longer time. They spend good 10, 15, 20 seconds compared to 2, 3 seconds that they generally spend on other type of content. And all of that in the end leads to um, higher impact on your key matrix, be it lead capture or more traffic on your page or driving sales, because by the end of it they have developed a really positive experience, they know more about your brand, and they also have this sense of achievement by playing this game, and so they are more likely to explore further or use any offer that you have in the end. um, so that's where interactive and gamified marketing stand out. In terms of users who are using it, we have marketers, agency professionals, we have founders, solopreneurs who are using this to, all of these are using it to either boost their engagement, capture more leads, drive sales through gamification, educate users, because gamification is a great way to educate about your brand. So it's much better than just showing an infographic and loading people with information. Rather, if you use a fun gamification, people are much more likely to absorb information about your brand. So these are all the use cases for which they are using. And besides that, we also have a lot of education uh, industry users, where teachers, parents, coaches are creating a lot of quizzes to make the education more interactive and effective, and they are using gamification also to teach some certain concepts in a fun, engaging way. So I'll quickly jump to the walkthrough now. uh, yeah. So as you land on the landing page of the website, you see the section all templates. Within this, you will see all sorts of templates that we have right now. We have gamified marketing, which are like mini addictive, engaging games that you can modify for your brand. Quizzes are obviously a proven way to engage, educate, so you can build quizzes. Product recommendation is type of a quiz only, but here there's no right and wrong answer. In product recommendation, you ask a series of questions to user, and basis their responses, you suggest personalized product, services, or offers to them. So it's a great way to personalize the experience for each user, and hence it helps in driving higher conversion and better engagement. And then obviously the luck-based game, which everyone must be aware of. It is again a popular, proven way to give out discounts where an end user feels lucky that they achieved this discount, and hence they are more likely to use that discount. Um, on top, you will see different types of industries. These industries we have added basis, most of the users which were using and the industry that they belong to. So these are like, this will help you get some sort of inspiration on how each template can be utilized for your industry. But even if your industry is not there, still a lot of these templates are relevant for you. We will keep adding more inspiration examples as we go. So as I click on gamified marketing, let me choose one of these templates to show you how you can customize it for your brand. And just to highlight here, the reason why we have these templates pre-made is because it helps you visualize how these games can be rebranded for your own brand. So it's a good way for a brand to start, or a person to start, once they are able to visualize how these games can be customized for the use case. So for example, before I show how this game is edited, I'll show how this game is played. This is a catcher game where you have a box or a bowl or a cart which is collecting these objects which are falling from the top. So there's this skincare brand who use this game to basically show their flagship products. So all these products that you see are their high selling products, and at the same time they're educating also. Like if you see frizzy hair, acne, these are all the things that these products solve for. So they are educating users that what they stand for or stand against in this case. And it's a great way to educate while showing the product, while keeping user hooked for good 30 seconds on this game. And once the game gets over, it shows you lead screen. So it shows you, hey, you won some reward. To claim your coupon, just give us a few details. So since people had a great time, and also with the anticipation of receiving a reward, they are much more likely to your give you their information, which otherwise is very difficult to extract out of user. And it makes sense also. User is not willing to just give you information like that. They should have a good experience first, and then they are more likely to give it. And once I give that information, obviously, I see this end screen, which is your actionable screen. So here you can either visit your website or catalog page. You also see some offers. This is optional. You don't have to offer rewards every time. But here in this case, brand has offered a coupon code also. So now people are much more likely to use this coupon after playing the game and feeling that sense of achievement. So I'll just show you how to edit this game. To edit this, I'll just click on create and name a project. So I'll just name it Catcher Game Test. As you go inside the editor, you will instantly see it has Canva like user experience in terms of look and feel. Um, so so you see all these objects. These are the objects which are falling from the top. So there are in this case, 9 types of objects which are falling from the top. And there are certain objects which a user needs to catch to score points higher. And there are certain objects which a user needs to dodge to avoid getting negative points. So that's why you see this negative element and elements to catch as a tooltip as I'm clicking on these objects. So to modify this with your own products or with your own graphics, you just need to click on one of these objects and just replace it uh, with your own catalog. In this case, I am just adding my own products. Similarly, if I click on second one, I can choose any of the products and add it here. So as simple as that, as you click and select, it gets replaced. In case you don't have this a particular graphic already here in the library, obviously you can upload. And it's better to follow the dimensions which we have suggested here to get best quality output. If you don't follow these dimensions, you auto adjust. And this is necessary because in game we need to have a certain size of the objects to maintain the mechanics of the game. Otherwise, imagine if I place a huge object, the game entirely will get hampered and it will not work smoothly. So you can add a file from here if you don't have the objects already. And similarly for negative elements also, I can replace it with any type of objects that I want. So either you select like this and keep selecting from left hand side. Obviously you see these also navigating at the top as you are selecting different objects. So you can go from selecting from here also. Whichever is simpler. We felt that as user is designing, they are more focused on canvas, and from here only they'll select and make changes. So we have made it in both ways. And same for this bowl also, which is collecting, you can replace it with any object that you want. In case you want to now change the background, again, I have just selected on the background and I can select a relevant image from here. So let me just go ahead and select this image. So as you see, it has come in the background. So I can expand and place it anywhere. So as you see, everything is really customizable. You don't have to upload CSS or to move around things. So that ways we have made it quite simple to make any sort of customization in the game. In case you want to fit this image in the entire background, just say set as background and it will just fit in the entire space. And to delete any object, just select that and click on delete. Obviously on top of it, I can add other graphics also. Like if I want to add a logo, I can just select that and add a logo also at the top. So any additional graphics that you want to add to make it more aligned with your brand or to make it more visually appealing, you can just select the background and select the relevant images from the left hand side. So sometimes to edit the background, you might feel these objects are hindering. You can just select this, it will hide, and you can easily just focus on editing the background. So these objects, we have shown it this way because these are like game elements, and these technically can't be increased in size. As I mentioned earlier, it will hamper the mechanics. So we have just shown it fixed in the space because we just want to collect input spaces, what users want to replace it with. So I'll just check the question quickly in case it is relevant for. Yes, the video will be available afterwards. We are recording the video. Okay. So Prabhat and Gaurav will take care of the questions. Meanwhile, I'll have the look once I finish the demo for this game. So once the core gaming experience is customized, then you come to the end screen. Obviously, after you create a great quality engagement, you want to leverage that great experience to drive action. And action in this case could be either visiting your website or newsletter or your catalog, um, or your restaurant page, whatever that is. And the action could be driving sales by offering certain offers because or yeah, so these are some of the actions, and I'll come to how to add lead screen also. But this is the end screen where you can talk more about the brand, more about the product, add a call to action. So as you click on this visit now button, there's a chain icon that you see. You can click on it and add the relevant URL here, which can direct to your the landing page you want users to direct to. On right hand side, what you see is so instead of having just one end screen, you can set multiple screens basis how much score a user is achieving. So say you want to say if a user doesn't score that well and has hardly played the game, I want to show a offer which is say it is 10%. Let me just add a coupon code also. And by the way, coupon is optional. It's not that you have to offer this every time. In case you don't want to offer a coupon, you can just go here and delete this. So I'm just adding this to show all the scenarios. So you can say when a user scores between 0 to 200, I want to offer 10%. And also I want to say that, hey, you won 10%. So I can add relevant message also here. And maybe I want to show certain product image here. Maybe the person won a coupon on this image. So right now I'm not editing totally to make it beautiful. I just want to give a demo of the features. So this is scenario one when I'm scoring between 0 to 200. But if a user is scoring high and has actually done well, then maybe I want to show different things. Maybe I want to give an offer of 20%, and I want to show a different product here. Maybe I want to show this gap here. So what I'm trying to say here is you can set multiple end screen basis how much user is scoring, and practically these two screens are different. So you can design these screens completely differently from background to visuals to offer if you are giving any. Even if you are not giving any, you can just leave the space blank. And even call to action can be different. Maybe this for minimum score, I am directing them towards some other link, and for a higher score, I am directing them to another link. So yeah, and this could be done basis how much they are scoring inside the game. To edit text, so I'll come to a little bit of styling here. It's fairly intuitive, but I'll just quickly walk you through that. To change the color of the button, you just click on the button and you select this option. You can change it from here or enter the hash code of your color in case you don't see it here in the palette. To change the styling of the text, you just select the text like this, and you can change it to any color you want or any font you want, and even the size. And even for images, if you want to see set something in the background and decrease the transparency of it. So you can decrease the transparency of the images. Um, and you can also set the border of the button in case you want to say set a black border for this button. So I have just set it here. So for border, obviously these first two icons are for border styling. So all these things you will find at the top in terms of styling. And in case you want to add lead screen also, just click on these advanced screen tabs. Here only we are introducing more types of screens basis how you want to structure the flow. So one type of screen is lead form, where if you click on lead form, it will just get added just before the end screen. If you don't need any of these screens, just click on delete button. So if you don't want this lead screen, just delete it from here. End screen, again, you can say, hey, great, well played, mind sharing a few details with us, or well played, mind sharing details to claim a coupon code. Whatever you feel is a good hook message can be used here. This is all editable and just for demo purposes, so it's up to you how you want to write it. And to delete any of these fields, just click on delete. So we will be adding more custom fields here. Right now there's name, email, mobile number, but soon you will be able to add more types of fields. And again, you can move around anything here. You do not need any sort of CSS to do all of this, and also can set the styling of this. Besides lead screen, you also have an introduction screen, because some brands say I want to set some context before the game starts. But it's better to avoid too many screens unless really essential, because if you add more screens to the flow, it just people drop as you add more and more screens. But anyhow, sometimes you want to set more context, maybe set some instructions of the game. But these games are fairly intuitive, so mostly you wouldn't need to, but still you have an option to set an introduction screen here. And if you end up deleting this end screen by mistake or anyways, you can add it back by clicking on this offer slide. Do not get mistaken by word offer. You don't have to necessarily add offers here. It's just terminology is like that as of now. And I will just save the campaign from here once I'm done making the changes for today or for the session. And then before publishing, if I want to integrate with any of these platforms, I can just click the add integration, and I can integrate this campaign with MailChimp, Pixel. MailChimp, if you are collecting leads, it's quite relevant to pass that information to your email provider and further re-engage with these users basis their activity on the game. And Pixel, if you are running ads on this campaign, you can basically pass on the information this user played the game or played the quiz and answered these questions. So basis that, again, you can retarget them on Facebook with more personalized ads or more personalized campaign. And then I'll just go ahead and publish the campaign. So right now you have an option of using link. You can also set your custom domain. We'll discuss it in the end. So in case you don't want it to start with play Rhym and want to start with your own domain, you can set that here. So you can use this link on SMS, WhatsApp, or email, embed it in email wherever needed. You can also use QR in case you are running it online or offline. You can also download this QR. You can embed the game on your website. A lot of brands do that to drive engagement and conversion on websites. So this is the embed code. You can embed this code on any element within your website. So for example, you have a banner and clicking on that banner should open the game. So this banner, so like this, if you click, this pop-up opens where a user can play the game. So you just need to embed this code within that banner and it will create that experience. Same for website widget. Here it automatically creates a floating widget in the corner, like you have this chat icon. Similarly, it will create a widget. Clicking on that will open a pop-up where a user can access the experience. For Instagram story and performance ad, you can again use the URL. I'll just show you in detail how to do that, but it's fairly simple. So if it is an Instagram story, you just have that sticker where you can embed the link. So if you use stories too often to promote, you would know that you can add a link to a certain image or graphic, and that link would be the game link. So once a user sees the story and clicks on it, they can instantly start playing within the story. Same for performance ad. You can, while creating the ad, you can have a supporting GIF for an image, which kind of gives you a preview of the game, and that can have a embedded URL of this game. So these are all the channels. Social media brands generally use to again engage or drive acquisition, and on website to drive engagement, capture more leads. It's pretty important, especially after cookieless world. You want to know more about users, and QR can be used online and offline on your products. So yeah. I'll just quickly jump to any questions that we have. So once this is ready, I'll briefly talk about some add-on features. There is brand kit. So brand kit is basically where you can, let me just have a higher plan where I can actually show this. Just give me some time and then I'll talk about the brand kit. But for now, I'll just go to another sort of template which is used very often on Rhym, and that is quizzes. Again, it's a great way to, people love playing quizzes if it's a relevant topic. Like right now, World Cup is going on. A lot of brands are creating cricket related quizzes, and by the end of the quiz, they are offering some rewards. So it's a, all cricket fans are playing those quizzes just to basically test out their knowledge. It's fun, and it's a great way to capture attention and engage with your users. So as soon as I click on quiz campaign, I see these multiple slides. Again, this is an inspiration template. You can modify everything here. Um, you can delete all these existing elements and add your own. We have a blank template also. You can start with that. But here again, generally you start with a start screen in the quiz where you say, hey, play this ultimate cricket quiz or a skin quiz or a marketing SEO quiz, and test out your knowledge. So that's an introduction screen. Here also you can modify everything like I showed in the previous game. And then you start with series of questions. Right now, we have 4 different layouts of putting out the question and answer. One layout is where you ask a question and show answers like images. The other layout is, sorry, here the text is white so you can't see it. So other layout is where you have a question and answers like this. And then you have a layout where question and answers are like this, and maybe on left hand side you want to put up some visuals. So all these different styling is to make it more visually appealing, support with right graphics, and basis what you are asking, you are able to present it in a nice engaging way. So if it is an image answer, so here you can add images. To change any image, just select on that image and replace it with the product that you want, or any image that you want. To change the text here, just select this text and replace it with any text. I'll just increase the size of it. So here, just simply click on the text and change the option. If you want to change the background also, just click on this and change it with any relevant background, whichever color is more aligned with your brand. So like this, I have set all the image. I can set all the image answer. In case you want to delete an option, you only have 3 options. Or you want to add an option, you can do from here at the top. There is a plus icon at the top. So like this, you can add image answers, and you can also type in your question here. Can change the styling, as I said. And once you are done with this, for this type also you have similar. You can set text here, whichever text is more relevant for you. Add options from here at the top or delete from here. And in case you want to change the color of this text box, you can just select color from here. Also, if you want, you can change what is the right answer. If the right answer is this, just select this. So whichever is the right answer, just select the tick mark of that option. So that would be the right answer in the quiz. Um, so here are different types of ways. Like this is where left hand side you put an image and right hand side you put option. So and if you want to add any slide, more questions, you can click on add slide. If you want to duplicate a slide, you can click on copy this slide in case your entire formatting is same except for certain text. So you can just copy the slide and delete it from here. So you can delete it if you don't want it. Also, you can shift the questions up and down by clicking on this, move to top or move to down. So these are few options available. And in the quiz also, you have this end screen where after playing the quiz, you talk more about your brand. And again, here also you can set different end screens basis how many answers they are selecting correctly. So basis score of the user. Score is basis how many answers they have selected correctly. That would be the score. If there are 10 questions and they correctly answer 5, the score will be 5. And basis that you can set multiple end screen. Again, everything can be different for these two screens. So this is a huge advantage, especially you don't get this option on other platform where you can, basis how users are interacting, you can redirect them or reward them differently. So it's a huge advantage for a lot of even in education marketers, basis how much student is scoring, you might want to show a certain message to them. So that can be done here. So this is how quiz is created. I'll just quickly talk about the product recommendation quiz, which is same as the quiz that you saw right now. Just that there is no right and wrong answer in product recommendation. There, after asking a series of questions, you suggest a certain product. So I asked a series of questions here to answer the user their perfect snack. I asked them what is their goal, flavor that they like, and basis those answers, I gave them recommended products. So again, a great way to personalize the experience and drive sales. To add the recommended images, just click on this card and add the product that you want to recommend. And you can also set the logic. When should I recommend this product? I want to recommend this only when people selected in question. First, they selected A option, and second, they selected maybe A or B option. And in third question, they selected vegan option. Then only I'll show this bag. Similarly, I can set the logic for other products also. By clicking on this logic will come here, and I can set it differently for each. So all the cards will be added here with the logic, but once published, user will only see those cards basis the answers that they are selecting. And here also for each product, you can set a different call to action. The cap can have its own link, and even the bag can have its own link. So these all can have its own link. You can change it to anything: shop now, visit now, or read now, subscribe now. So that's up to you. And you can add more details also about the product. So once the campaigns are published, you can go to my dashboard. Here you will see all the campaigns that you have. And to see the analytics of any of these campaign, just click on that. Let me just select one which might have some data. So I select this campaign here. I'll see the analytics of this campaign. I'll see total sessions, which is how many users came, clicked, and loaded the game. You will see total unique users because people might come multiple times to your experience. Completed session, even if they started, you would want to know how many of them completed the experience. That will give you an idea of how engaging it was. And then in the end, how many of them ended up clicking on call to action, which is visit now, subscribe now. How many of them actually ended up coming to your website? So it will give you the funnel for the entire funnel. It will also give you the trend chart across the week or month. and it will also give you how much users were able to score in the game or the quiz. So it will give you an idea whether it was too easy for users or too hard, or it was fine. So it accordingly you can adjust things in the game. And if you're collecting any leads, you can just see those leads in real time. You can download it as CSV, or if it is integrated with your MailChimp, it will automatically be passing to your MailChimp account. You can manage, you can add more team members. So it's actually where, if you are an agency, you might be creating campaigns for a lot of clients, and you might want to share the dashboard of the campaigns relevant to a client with them. So in that case, you can invite your clients to your work, this space, and for each campaign then you can set the visibility. You might want only certain clients to see this campaign, so you can set that visibility. So it's mostly a user which was asked by marketing agency that I want to share the dashboard, but I want to share different dashboards with different clients, and they should not be able to see each other's information, of course. So that's where we brought in managed team. And in case you want to delete this or clone this campaign, all these actions can be done here. If you want to set expiry date, automatically this campaign should stop after a week. All of that can be done from here. Uh, if anyone has any questions, we can also take it up right now, because of course I've shared a lot of information, so you guys might have some questions. So yes, we can add as many questions. So as I showed you in quiz, there is an add slide option, so you can keep adding as many questions as you want.
There is one query posted on the doc. Ekta, please check. And guys, you can unmute yourself and ask a question if you have any query.
So, I mean, you can, in terms of building a sustainable and scalable product, you can see, I mean, we are pretty passionate, and we really believe in this vision of marketing becoming more interactive. And hence, that's why we have spent a lot of time in refining the user experience and getting right templates in place. And that's all because we have a lot of experience and really want to solve this problem and make the entire experience of communicating with our audience more engaging and interactive. So obviously this is not a short-term platform, and we already see so much potential here in terms of so basically we want to become a one-stop platform for anything engaging and interactive. So gamification is inherently very interactive, and that's why you are able to communicate so effectively and engage so effectively. So interactivity can be done through games or through quizzes, through catalogs, through any interactive experience where user is navigating your brand in a personalized way, at a pace, at their own pace. So there are a lot of ideas in terms of what we can add in interactive experience. Besides mini games, there are a lot of quiz layouts which we want to add to make it more compatible with surveys. You might want to, add a poll also while creating a quiz. There are so many mini games. You can visit our roadmap, and people have been suggesting a lot of pretty cool ideas. So you can upload those ideas and suggest your own. And soon we will be adding a scratch card template also. So there are so many things that can be added, and so this is not a short-term thing. So just to answer your questions. And with time, obviously, we want this to be compatible with a lot of these CRM platforms integrated seamlessly. And users should be able to use it on TikTok, Facebook, email in a much better way. So there's a huge roadmap ahead. Already you can see a lot of ideas that have been added by users and as well as the internal team.
We have two more questions.
Videos, this is not there yet, but it is part of the roadmap, and I'll keep you updated. So you can see the status here. So it's under planned. So GIFs and videos we will be considering. Music is also planned. We have it in next this quarter roadmap only, so it's not too far off. We will keep you updated. So image, GIF, music, all these three are already under planning.
It's the one more question is added.
Yes, workspace, we do understand you might want to have different workspaces. So this is also considered. Yes, we will be adding this. And this makes sense, especially for our agency users. So I'll quickly want to show a feature that is going to release in next couple of minutes, which is social sharing. And this might cover this question to some extent. So obviously one benefit of using gamification is a lot of users want to share their score with their friends or their group, and just to see how much others are scoring. So what you can do is there are two things I want to discuss. One is social share button, and the other thing is when you are sharing on Facebook or any of your social media channel, how can you adjust the preview of that experience? So social share we have added like this, where you can go and share this game as you are playing. You can share it right now across two platforms. We will be adding more here, LinkedIn and other relevant social media channels. So there is a social share which is available across all screens. And the other thing is obviously when you are sharing a game, you might want to adjust the preview image. Like if I am a brand, I want to post it on Facebook, I want to adjust what the preview image would look like and what would be the text that people will see. So now within Rhym, you can modify, customize this image and customize this title and text. So to do that, we will also be releasing a help video, but there is a sharing settings which we will be introducing. Here you can add a custom image that you want to show for this campaign whenever you share it on WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, or even if users reshare your campaign, other users will also see this image. So you can set the title, you can set the SEO description and the image and save it. And now next time, whenever a user is sharing this image on Facebook or anywhere else, this preview image will come in. So this feature is going to come out in next couple of days and you will be able to use it. So like this. Additionally, what we will be adding to this is like making this text more dynamic, but this is part of the roadmap where it will be, hey, I scored 10 points, beat my score. So that 10 points would be a dynamic variable which will come up basis how much user is scoring. So that is part of the roadmap. Yeah. So for like immediately right now, they can share this campaign and write their score at the top. But as I said, this is also part of our social sharing feature in development, where we will make this more customizable. While sharing, users will be able to share their score also automatically. Gaurav, do you want to show CNAME setting and a bit about Shopify integration? Guys, if you have any other questions, please let us know before we jump on to these next topics.
So there is one more query.
Okay. Can you add time limit for the quizzes? Not yet, but we have considered this, being able to set custom time limit not only for quizzes but for other games also. So right now we have a lot of timed games, but the time you can't edit the time. So if it is a 30-second game, it's a 30-second game. So for quizzes also we will be introducing a feature where in settings they can adjust the time of the game. So we'll just quickly jump to CNAME and then again we'll take up more questions. Gaurav, just you can take it forward.
Yes, just a second. So hello everyone. So I will be sharing my screen and we will start off with first of all how we can embed games on WordPress and Shopify store, and then we will go over CNAME as well. So I'm sharing my screen. Just let me know if once that is visible. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Great. So, for example, we want to embed this game. So after publishing, so you can see 5 different channels where you can launch your game. So first of all, we will see how you can embed your game on Shopify as a widget. So we need to copy paste this code which is in the last tab named as website widget. Just copy this code as of now and then navigate to your Shopify dashboard. On the Shopify dashboard on the left, you will see themes, and there is an option to customize and even edit the code. So we simply need to click on edit code. Once we are here, we can see there are multiple files and multiple folders. We just need to navigate to snippets folder and add an widget file. So I will show you how you can add same. So you can just click on add new snippet and name that as widget. So once, I think in my case, this file is already existing, so I will just navigate to that file. So once in widget.liquid file, the code which we copied from this tab, we just simply need to paste it here and save it. After saving, we need to scroll up and go to our main theme.liquid file. And here in the body part, we just need to simply render widget file. Just let me scroll to the body part. Yeah. Here, as you can see, I have already rendered a widget file here. You can just copy paste this code and render this file and click on save. So after saving, you can simply click on preview store and see that this widget would appear on your bottom right corner. So once user clicks on this widget, a pop-up will appear and users will be able to play the game. Any doubts, any concerns, please feel free to type it in the chat. Okay, now I will be showing you how you can embed your game on WordPress website. So I'm sharing my screen again. So once the game is published, now we need to come to second tab, which is how website embed. We need to copy this code which is shown in this text box. Now navigate to your WordPress dashboard and edit the page on which you want to add this game. Simply click on edit. Once in the editor, we need to simply add a custom HTML block. So it was already added, let me create it. So click on the plus icon on the top left, search for custom HTML. Now drag and drop this block to the location where you want to embed this game. Now go back to the Rhym website, copy this code and simply paste this in custom HTML block which we just added. That's all. Now you can click on preview and see how this game would appear. This game would appear as such while embedded in a page. You can finally update, and that's all how we can embed game on WordPress website. Any doubts, any concerns? Okay, so let's now see how you can add CNAME and host games on your own subdomain. So I'm sharing my screen. First of all, just navigate to your dashboard and click on the game which you want to host on your subdomain. There is an options button. There is an option of manage domain. Just click on that. After clicking on manage domain, just type in your domain on which you want to host the games. I am just typing, for example, I want to host my games. My original domain is prabhatku.me, and I want to host on a subdomain named games.prabhatku.me.
Or we can just say games.mydomain to make it more understandable. People might not know the word Prabhat.
Yeah. So I will click on update. Now, here is a reference which is given. You can see. Now just navigate to your DNS website. Here you need to add an CNAME. Oh, just a second. I think I'm having some issues. Just let me refresh. Yeah. So there is an option to add new record. I will click on adding a new record. The type will be CNAME here. The name will be the subdomain which I want to add. So I have put the subdomain as game test. And the value here should be rhymdns.in. So it is also mentioned here in the screenshot, rhymdns.in, the target value. And that's all. We just need to save it now. I think we are having some issues with GoDaddy website. Just give me a second. Currently, our service provider GoDaddy is facing some issues, so we are not able to add DNS records. But that's all. We just need to add a CNAME record with your own subdomain and the value as rhymdns.in. Also, we have provided the documentation of same in our help center. And if you have any queries, you can post it here. I am happy to help.
Great. So for any other features that you would like to see on the platform, please do add it on roadmap, be it in terms of features or templates that you would want to see. A lot of users have suggested some very interesting ideas in terms of templates that we can add. So if you have those interesting ideas which you have seen somewhere or you have yourself tested, just please do add here in the roadmap and we'll try to bring it as soon as possible. So all the features which were highlighted in the chat, which is music, video, GIF, and social sharing where score is automatically shared, all of this is already planned and will be picked up soon. So right now, as I said, the feature which is going to come out soon is social sharing, where you can set your custom image and a social share icon within all the games so that any user which is playing is able to share it with their friends. And other important things that we have in pipeline is scratch card template, which is going to come out soon. And in lead screen, we will be doing a few changes where you are able to add a custom field or some styling options which were missing right now will be added. You will be able to change the styling of the placeholder text and all those things. But anyhow, please visit this and share your ideas, and we'll definitely evaluate and pick it up if it basically aligns with our key strategy.
I have posted a link to our roadmap in chat as well. Feel free to visit chat and make your own suggestions there.